Today I will be teaching you how to make some very cool and cute gas giants. I made this one right here, um, and I'm gonna teach you how to make a very detailed gas giant like this. So basically, I already started our project off, so basically you're gonna need a circle. If you don't know how to make a circle, just try to make a circle shape and then hold, and then baby gas circle. By the way, this only works in Adobe Fresco, so you're gonna need that. It's free in the App Store, and it's if you I don't know about prices on a PC, but I just know it costs money on PC. Anyway, so first of all, you're gonna want the color. So you're gonna want to duplicate this. You're gonna want to go to this one, and you're gonna want to put the color of your dash giant. So for this tutorial, I'm gonna do green. Fill it in with green. And then now so what I did, I converted this, or actually no, that's a different step. Depends on what type of bands you want. So if you want light bands, then this is the tutorial for you. Probably do dark bands in another tutorial. So anyway, I'm gonna go white, fully white, and then you're gonna want to go to 80% opacity. And you're gonna do this. Or at least this is what I did on accident and found out I could just do this. Actually, no, don't do it on just this layer. Do it on another layer, a separate layer. Because if you do it on this layer, then it's gonna look weird. So you don't want that. Now basically, you're gonna want to duplicate this layer. Okay, and then put the opacity down to like 70 or 60. 60 is probably the best. Fill that in. Shrink this down. And boom, now it kind of looks like just some stupid water roll, but it's a work in progress. Then you're gonna want to merge down both layers. Now, convert it to pixel, and now this is the part. This is where you actually get to make the bands. So you're gonna want to use this mirror material. You're gonna want full strength, and you're just gonna go all around until it looks good. If you want it to look more noticeable, then you can try changing the color. Or you can just turn the opacity. I think. Yeah, there you go. Okay. You're just gonna want to go ahead and do all of this until it looks good. Now you won't always get the same result, but just gotta do it until it's good enough to your liking. I recommend putting it behind this layer. Oops. Behind that layer. So then it doesn't overlap with the outline. And if it runs out, that's okay. You can just make another layer. You can also deal with like different colors and stuff. So I did white, but since it's the green gas giant, I could maybe mix it with like a little bit of like cyan or blue. So that's what I'm gonna do. Oh, it might need to be light, because light probably looks the best. Same thing. Just copy it. Darker. Fill that in. So try to experiment with different colors, which I haven't done yet, but... Oh yeah, true. You gotta merge them down again and turn them into a pixel. Yeah. So yeah, basically, you just keep on adding more color schemes until it looks good. So yes, I'm putting this technique in the public domain because I feel like I should. If you want, you can merge the bands together, but I'm not gonna do that because I don't think that's a good thing, not the right thing to do. But anyway, so as you get more down, you're gonna probably want to make the bands darker, because most bands on Gas Giants in real life are darker than the actual color that it represents. So do this. I mean, it doesn't matter. It just has to be around like 80 or 70 for the opacity. New layer. Circle. Position it in the right spot, or else it's gonna look pretty bad. You could do a singular color for this. I don't really care. Just do whatever you want. Or it's a pixel. Layer behind this layer, fill it and turn it to pixel. But now you can see there's smudges all around. We can fix that, although it's gonna take a bit of time. So this is the part where you have to merge them. Go down, and use the erase tool. Now just be very careful when you do this, because you can't do it freely, or else it's gonna ruin the Gas Giant, see? So, you're gonna have to do it around the outline until it's all cleaned up. Probably gonna fast forward this. You wanna make sure you check for any don't want that, and it'll ruin the Gas Giant. It's all clean and rounded out. Now I'm going to explain the purpose of this little layer right here. So, I like to do shading. Usually I put it like 80 or 70%, but it doesn't matter. Anyway, my bad, I got off track. So anyway, now you can do shading. So, put it at full black, and then put the opacity at like around 80 or 70, it doesn't matter. If you want, you can do highlights. It's just very hard for me to do highlights, so I will not show that in this tutorial. If you want, if it makes it easier, you can just hide this layer, so then you can have a good idea. So, Fresco likes to improvise when you try to make shapes. So like if you're trying to make like a shade line, you can hold, and then it'll generate a little line, so then you can fill it. So yeah, now this part is optional. You can do a face. So, but first, I'm gonna show you examples of how I do faces. So first, usually if you're like a Solar Balls fan, like a Country Balls fan, you'll probably just do a circle photo flight and just call it a day. And you also add eyelashes. That's not what I do. What I do is I create an oval shape for the eye. Now, depending if it's like a boy or a girl, I add eyelashes. So if it's a girl, I like to add eyelashes. It doesn't matter how you make them or where you put them. I just like to make eyelashes for girls. For like girl planets, because I love making girl OCs. But not for the way you think. Like the stupid weirdos. And then I usually duplicate it. Horizontal. And it looks like they're looking at you. For this one, I usually add like a little eyebrow. Like that. So then it stands out more. Now, for the mouth, you can do a little cutesy mouth, like the 30. You can do a little like one of these. It doesn't really matter. But I recommend if you want it to look more like professional and adult, just do this. But if you want it to look more babyish and like more younger, then I recommend you do this. I do that for most of my young planets and gnomes. So anyway, since this is a gas giant, I'm gonna just do this. And again, Fresco likes to improvise, so you can just hold if you want. Yeah, and then boom, it'll do it for you. Usually I don't do it, but for this tutorial, I will. Now, you're gonna select multiple happy layers. Now, I recommend you keep all of the parts separate from each other, so then you can edit them all later. And then you can trick the face if you want. And yeah, that was my tutorial. Goodbye. Have a good time.